So today we'll talk in detail about the king post and queen post trusses. I have already given you a brief idea about the different types of roof trusses in my previous video, and today we'll talk in detail about these two roof trusses. So this is the basic diagram. This is the front view of a king post truss that you will have to draw. Okay, as you can see clearly in this drawing, the clear span of the truss is given as 7 meters. That means the clear distance between the two supports, the clear distance between the walls are given as 7 meters, and the effective span is given as 7.2 meters. Okay, now let us talk about the different members. The size of the tie beam, as you can see clearly, is given as 100 by 200. That means 100 millimeter by 200 millimeter. This is the cross sectional details, 100 by 200. The length we can easily find out from this drawing. So what about the breadth and thickness? The breadth is given as 200. You can clearly see in this drawing the breadth is given as 200. So what is 100? 100 is inside thickness. Okay, the breadth is 200. The length we can easily find out from this drawing. The breadth is 200 and the inside thickness is 100 millimeter. Okay, as this is the two-dimensional drawing, this is the front view. So from the front side we will see only the length and breadth, not the inside thickness. Okay, now let us come to the principal after. The size of the principal after is given as you can see, 100 by 140. So the breadth you can see is given here, is mentioned here as 140. So the inside thickness is 100. Just like that, the common rafter you can see it is 50 by 100. So the front view, so from the front side we'll see only 100. Inside thickness is 50. That means the breadth is 100 and inside thickness is 50 millimeter. Let us come to the struts. In case of struts, there is no problem because both the dimension, breadth and thickness, breadth and inside thickness are given as 100 by 100. You can see the strut, dimension of the strut is given here as 100 by 100. That means the breadth is also 100 and the inside thickness is also 100. King post truss, same, 100 by 100. That means the breadth that we are seeing in this front view is 100 and the inside thickness is also 100. Purlin, 80 by 100. That means the height is 100 and the smaller dimension is 80. Okay. Above the purlin, there is the common rafter. I have already told you about the common rafter. It is 50 by 100. The breadth is 100 and inside thickness is 50. Above the common rafter, there are battens of 40 by 50. You draw the battens, you don't need to draw the battens as 40 by 50, you just draw the battens as 40 by 40. So how many battens are there? How many battens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 battens are there on the left side and 6 battens are there on the right side. So you draw the battens as 40 millimeter by 40 millimeter squares only. Okay, you don't need to go for 40 by 50, you just draw the battens as 40 by 40. Okay, and above the battens there are the ZI sheets, the ZI sheets that are provided here, the galvanized iron sheets. Okay, you provide 6 battens on either side. Okay, and if there is any dimension missing, you can clearly assume that in proper ratio, if any dimension is missing in this particular drawing. Okay, things will be more clear when we look at the 3D views of the truss. So this is a 3D view of the king post truss. As you can see, all the members are being shown here in this isometric or 3D view. This is the principal rafter. There are 2 principal rafters on either side of the king post, and mind you, this principal rafter is making an angle of 30° with the horizontal. Okay, so when you draw the principal rafter, you just make an angle 30° with the tie beam or horizontal and you draw the principal rafter on both the sides of the king post. So what is the size of the principal rafter is given? It was I think 100 by 100. So the front dimension, as the arrow mark is suggesting, is 100 and the inside dimension is also 100. This is the tie member or tie beam. The size of the tie beam was given as 100 by 200. So which side is 100 and which side is 200? The front side is 200, as the arrow mark is suggesting. That is the breadth. That is 200, and towards the inside, the thickness of the tie member or tie beam is 100. Okay. King post, it is given as 100 by 100. So from the front side, as the arrow mark is suggesting, it is 100, and towards the inside also, the thickness is 100. Strut, size of the strut is also given as 100 by 100. So from the front side, as the arrow mark is suggesting, it is 100, and towards the inside also it is 100. One correction I think I need to make. The size of the principal rafter is not 100 by 100, is 140 by 100. So from the front side, as the arrow mark is suggesting, where the arrow mark is lying, from the front side the breadth is 140, and towards the inside the thickness is 100. Okay, you can clearly see from the front side the principal rafter is 140, so towards the inside it is 100. So from the front side, as the arrow mark is suggesting, it is 140, and towards the inside the thickness is 100. You can see 3 numbers of purlins here. One purlin is highlighted by blue color. One purlin is at the middle. The L pattern members are the purlins here. So there are 3 purlins. One purlin is highlighted by blue color. One purlin is highlighted by the arrow mark, and one purlin is, you can see, one purlin is near the top. So there are 3 purlins, as you can see. You can see the purlin at the middle is highlighted, is pointed by this arrow mark. And the length, what will be the length of this purlin? The length of the purlin will be equal to the length of the room. Okay. So whatever the length of the room is, the length of the purlin will be same. If the length of the room is 5 meters, then the length of the purlin will be also 5 meters. Okay. So it is laid along the length of the room towards the inside. Actually, sometimes we provide purlins more than the length of the room, 10 centimeters more at one end at the beginning, and 10 centimeters more towards the end. So if the length of the room is 5 meters, the length of the purlin will be 5.2 meters. 10 centimeter extension at the end and 10 centimeter extension at the beginning. So the purlins are laid along the length of the room. So here you can see the inclined members which are laid above these purlins are called common rafters, as the arrow mark is suggesting. How many common rafters you can see in this drawing? There are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see, as the arrow mark is suggesting, as the blue color is suggesting, there is a common rafter, and there are total 5 numbers of common rafters, and they are being laid above the purlins. So the job of the purlins are to support the common rafters. Okay, so what is the size of the common rafter? Let us go back to the very first drawing. Size of the common rafter was given as 50 by 100. 50 by 100. So the breadth of the common rafter is 100, as you can see, as the arrow mark is suggesting. From the front side it is 100, and towards the inside it is 50. That means the inside thickness is 50, and from the front side the breadth, as the arrow mark is suggesting, yellow color arrow mark is suggesting, it is 100, and towards the inside it is 50 millimeter. So in that way, according to the given dimensions, you will have to draw the king post truss. And this is the diagram of the queen post that you will have to draw. Okay, so in order to draw this king post and queen post drawings, you will have to adopt a scale, and the scale is 1:25. So what you will have to do, suppose the clear span given here is 7 meters, that means 700 centimeters. So you will have to divide that 700 centimeter by 25, and whatever dimension you get, you will have to provide here in the drawing. The breadth of the tie beam, you can see given in the drawing, is 200 millimeter. So you divide 200 millimeter by 25. So what you will get? 8 millimeter. So you provide the breadth of the tie beam as 8 millimeter. So whatever the dimensions are given here in this drawing, you divide that particular dimension by 25, and whatever dimension you get, you draw here. Okay. So 25 units of the actual truss will be represented by 1 unit on your drawing. So whatever dimension is mentioned here, you divide that particular dimension by 25. Whatever result you get, whatever value you get, you provide that value in this drawing. Okay. So for both the king post and queen post, you adopt the same scale, that is 1:25.